What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Impulse Control. I'm Justin,
I am Jasmine.
and this is the podcast where we can't find anything to talk about. Apparently, we just spent
That's 20 minutes.
20 minutes, the last 20 minutes, trying to think of something. Like we have ideas of things, but usually it's like, oh, we could talk about this one thing, and we're like, oh, that'll only take like 5 minutes. We got to think of something else.
Yeah, we ain't got
We
nothing.
really no today we were trying and searching all the sources and like there's nothing, which I want to make very clear, not a bad thing. Like to not have anything big happening in our lives at this current moment,
So,
where we
like,
usually talk
well,
about
no,
like the big bad things.
there are a bunch of big bads happening. Um,
Yes.
but like, I wanted to talk about something happier.
Yeah. Well,
We
it
have a new
seemed like
pope. Did we talk about that
we do have a
already?
new pope. We talked about, I think so, because it happened. No, we talked about that they were doing it, but they weren't.
So,
That was,
fun fact: I was right about the smoke.
yes, you were. Nana
hmm
confirmed it.
Yes, I
Thank you,
was
Nana.
really excited about that. Thank you, Nana. Um, but no, the new pope is American.
hmm Born in America.
Homeboy's he's from Chicago.
He's a White Sox fan. It's unfortunate.
Well, you can't win them all. He's also not a fan of our current administration. So
Correct. Correct.
he's also like a human right activist. Is it Peruvian?
I think Peruvian, yeah.
He's got his citizenship in I think it's Peru. Um, he seems like an overall chill dude. I mean, comparatively to like all the rest of the men that were, trying to become pope. I'm really happy that our current administration did not really push for pope. Um, I saw a lot of my friends not anymore friends, found out real quick who they were, but people on Facebook that I knew that I am no longer friends with that made comments about we finally got an American pope and he turns out to be like a they call him like a liberal fascist or something, and I was like, bold.
I
That's
just don't
bold.
like uh, the fact that like
Bold.
it's so I know because
hmm
that's just what us Americans do is we always bring politics into everything. Pope is a Catholic thing. Like there's not supposed to be
Super.
political like there
Yeah,
is, and I know that, but it's not supposed
but
to
it
be.
doesn't like need to be.
Right. So the fact that people are like, "Oh yeah, let's make this political." I'm like, it
Yeah.
feels a little wild to me. But yeah, he's American. He was born
hmm
in America. First ever
hmm
American born pope. Um
Yeah.
I was watching when he did his like spiel. I was
hmm
watching it and the announcers were just so like shocked. They were like, "Oh my goodness, we did not expect it to be an American. We were shocked and da 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 like just freaking out over it." And we're like I'm sitting there like, "Yay." Like,
Please don't do us badly.
yeah.
Um,
He was
help
also a
us.
friend of the last one. Like he in the
Yes, he
last
was
one had a lot
confirmed.
of like good
Yeah.
ties.
He also has. Am I correct in saying that he has a degree in education or he worked in education?
I think he went for education in Villanova. I know he went to Villanova.
Yeah.
I think it was for education of
I'm
sorts.
on BBC right now looking.
hmm
So Spanish and Franco-Italian descent. He was an altar boy ordained in 82. He moved to Peru 3 years later. He did priestly duties in his prior home once he moved to Peru. Um, he worked a lot with marginalized community, helped build bridges. He spent 10 years as a local. I mean, if you're going to choose a pope, this guy's kind of
From
he's got
America, this is kind of like
if you're gonna choose a guy, I mean, he's got some good qualifications. I
yeah.
say, as someone who is not Catholic, has never been Catholic, doesn't feel represented by a pope, but he spent 10 years as a local parish pastor and as a teacher at a seminary in
Somewhere.
Trujillo. I'm really sorry, in northwestern Peru. Um, in his first words, we still hear in our ears the weak but always courageous voice of Pope Francis, who blessed us. What a roast, by the way, to call your predecessor weak.
No.
Um,
It was weak because when Pope Francis first came out, he asked for blessings on him, Like when he first like his first words before he did the whole spiel that they
Hmm.
always do was, "I ask for your blessings and I will bless you," or something like that.
Oh,
It wasn't like condescending, but it was very
got
like,
you.
please help me because I'm nervous, basically. And
Oh,
so it was kind of a weak, like, vocal type situation.
Pope Francis was?
Yes. Yep.
I didn't
When
know
he
that.
first, I don't think Pope Francis wanted it. Like he did, obviously, because he wouldn't have accepted
Well,
if he didn't.
yeah.
But it was just kind of one of those
Yeah.
things.
He's got some
Can
good
you?
stuff.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm. Can I
Can
what?
you show us your arms, please?
Yeah. So we had a staff outing today, and
Make a muscle. Look at that burn. It looks so much better with no sun on it.
and then this one is white
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was sitting in the sun, and then I turned my body this way, so more sun. It is like hot.
Hot. Yep. What'd you do? Like, what was your outing? Was it just sitting?
We
Hey
went.
guys, we're gonna do a staff outing. Let's sit.
No, we went. No, we went to. So we got to leave at noon, because we have half days on Wednesdays. So our staff outing was with us in primary, and we left and we all went to Good Fire, which is a brewery down in Freeport. And then we realized how expensive the food was, and my school gives us um a certain amount of money to
Hmm.
to go on these outings and pay for food. We have to buy our own alcohol, which is great because school credit card. But they gave us the school credit card, and we go buy food. And we went up the road to Maine Beer Company, I think, or Maine Beer Brewery or whatever. And we got a bunch of pizzas and some salad, and we just sat at the picnic tables. We played cornhole. Um, I picked my cornhole team name. Deirdre and I are going to. We do a team every year. We don't make it past the first round, but it's the thought that counts. They do tacos and cornhole, and we're the bag ladies, and we're gonna have purses while we throw.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't think I have any. That I'm.
Would you like to hear some of the possible contenders?
Yes, please.
I,
Help.
yep.
Bring it back from what will be 2 weeks ago
Oh my
for
god.
those who are listening.
I've been just walking around my classroom every time that I like mess up words. I go help, and my kids are like, "Lord." Speaking of my kids, these angels. We're now on week 2 that we're doing yoga for our movement break, and all my kids are like, and you breathe in and come down, heart to center, and we go, and they're just all like, yes, heart to center into this, like they just do it now.
Mhm.
It's weird, but I love it. We all take off our shoes at the end. She said namaste, and all of them today were like namaste. I was like, namaste, guys, come on. All right.
Your kids are
So
doing that, and mine are absolute feral animals running around the school. Literally, like, I'm
we're
not
having
joking, sprinting around the school screaming.
my
You think
kids.
admin does anything about it?
No, not even a little.
No. No, they
So
don't.
on the contrast, we went outside for like a walk the other day to go take our class picture, which came out so cute. I'll have to show you. Like it's adorable. But we had a teacher breakfast, and then we walked as a class down the road to
Mhm.
the entrance to my school with the two signs that say Pineland.
Sure.
When you come from your house, you turn right into my school.
Yeah.
There's two signs that say Pineland right there. Well, right now the
Okay.
tulips are out and the two beautiful like purple lilac trees. So we took our picture there, and it was great. And as we get back to the school, they were being like a little chatty in the hallway, and all I had to do was stop and go, and they just did it. And they just silently went into class, and then they sat down and we did word study, and then they got their books and we read. All of my kids got their books out, and they read along with me while I read, and then they typed their Padlets and then silently got their silent reading. Like my routines are popping off this time of year. And this is the time of year that they stop popping, but I'm being so consistent with them that like I'm last year by this time I was like, I don't care, just do whatever you want. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, the rule is this, and it's been so helpful. Um there are days though. There are days where I'm like, I don't care if she broke your Minecraft house. I just
Yeah.
don't. but I have to
The
pretend
bummer,
that I
dude.
do. Yeah, no, my
I
kids are
don't.
angels. So
I don't have to pretend.
that's
I
fair.
don't think I ever pretend with my kids. I'm like, they'll come in and they'll be like, I dropped my coffee this morning, and I went, or I think my
Bummer,
response
dude.
was, bummer, dude. I'm pretty sure that was what I responded with. And they were
Um,
like, do you hate me? And I was like, no, I don't hate you. I just don't care about your coffee. Like, I'm
yeah,
not getting anything from this. Like,
right. Also, why are you drinking coffee? You're a child.
well, I mean,
I also
sophomore,
drink.
junior, seniors, freshmen, eighth
Still
graders, they
children.
come in with, oh, this drives me up a wall. They come in with energy drinks, like the like monsters. They're like, this is my third one this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you're gonna die on my table. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like,
So listen, I drink an energy drink every day. I'm a big advocate for solo
yeah.
and then water.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did a
They
lot of
pound it like it's
yeah,
candy.
yeah. I did a lot of Monster in high school, and then I had to go get an EKG done because my heart was beating a little too fast, and it made my arm twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was having a heart attack in history class.
Yeah.
Yeah, three
But these
monsters in
are
one day, not good.
these are eighth graders right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So teacher cornhole names. So I looked up
Mm-hmm.
specifically for teachers because whatever.
Yeah.
Common cornhole, like common core.
I hate that.
Yeah, children of the cornhole.
Oh.
No hole left behind.
That one's
Profession
kind of
profession hole development. Holistic assessment. Skibbity toilet gyat.
Oh no, why? Why?
The Great Cornholios, which is
A classic.
that's a classic. Um, Staph infection. Also a really great trivia name. I'm going to be honest with you, with a bunch of teachers from your school. That's a go to teacher trivia team name.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And remember your why. Mm-hmm. Skibbity beanbaggers.
That actually rolls off the tongue really well.
I know. I saw that and I was like, and Deirdre, my social worker, was like,
Do not.
no. My kids never really were skibbity kids. I was really blessed by that.
I had a mix of them.
I think if I had the group of kids my first year when skibbity became big, it would have been a bigger issue. But this group of kids was so not in tune with that. They were like on old memes, which I almost didn't like even more. But
so here's the thing, the funny thing. The old memes are coming back. I think I've talked about this actually. They're coming back, but the funny part for the kids now, the funny quote unquote, is to remake the meme exactly how it's made.
Exactly how it's made. And they think it's hilarious. And I'm like, what's happening?
Like we used to make fun of the memes. Like that was our thing. Was like,
you mimic it.
Yeah,
you don't
like,
do exactly like it's so weird.
Yeah, but like they are like as close to the original as possible. Is the funniest thing in the world for them.
Yeah,
like the packet. Help.
Packet.
You gotta teach. You can't just walk in here and
my god, that is such
packet, bro.
That is such an old reference.
Oh yeah,
that video was big when I was like maybe a freshman. I might have been younger than that.
It was middle school.
Was it middle? Yeah, yes, it was because I saw that on YouTube. On the YouTubes.
Give me a freaking packet, bro.
Boards of education. Book bags. The 504s, which is hilarious because that's also a band name. For whom the cornholes. Thanos was right.
Why does that go with teachers?
I'm not sure. Cornholier than thou, which is what our reigning champs were at one point.
Is this like just the Pinelands, or is it like?
It's just my school.
Okay.
It's just the collaborative. We do it every year. It's just a fun. So we do field day on June 4th, which
we're doing ours June 5th.
Y'all have a rock wall?
We barely have enough kids that'll show up and actually play. Like,
yeah. So our
also
field
we're
day.
high school. I don't think we should have field day. That's my own opinion. Nope, you will not be able to change my mind on this.
Our high
I
schoolers love field day.
Oh, it's great. I love it because it's easy for us. Well, I say
Mm-hmm.
easy. It's easy for other teachers, not easy for myself and my
Mm-hmm.
co-teacher who runs it. But high schoolers, when I was in high
Mm-hmm.
school, we didn't have a field day. High schoolers that are in high school at this very moment tend to get homecoming week where they do
Mm.
activities and fun
Yeah.
stuff and all that. They get a
Yeah.
winter carnival, which we had
Oh, yeah,
winter
we never
carnival,
did
but it
that.
was a day. We had one day of winter carnival.
Mm.
And then they also get, they'll get a field day or they'll get a spirit week or something like that in the mix as well. I
Okay.
love it for like the bonding aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
like for the classes to bond and all that, the school to bond a little. But as a co-student council teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I hate field
It's a
day.
lot to plan.
It's so much to plan, and it's not even just like planning it. It's none of them can agree, and if they do agree on something, you're always the bad guy.
Mm.
Because like we had a prime example, the seniors this year, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't win they didn't win homecoming this year.
Mm-hmm.
They
That
should have shown
happens.
up. Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
They won it last year though as juniors, so they expected that they were
Mm.
going to run it back, but they didn't show up. They had less people show up this year. They
Mm-hmm.
had very little like involvement on the outside things of like the
Mm-hmm.
bottle drive and stuff like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
do. They had like they were not that good this year, like
Yeah,
frankly,
it
and
happens.
they lost their mind on
Yeah.
me and my co-teacher, like just lost it. They were like, well, why didn't we win? We were like, the the point system's right here. You saw it at the beginning, and you can talk to all of your student council members that are sitting with
Mm-hmm.
you because they chose these things. Like, we're
Yep.
running it, yes, we're the face of it, but also you guys made the choice.
But like y'all didn't show up.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
if you didn't want to do this activity, maybe come to student council.
that's fair.
But
Um,
anyways, that was
we have
field day. Stupid to me.
so we do a bounce house and a rock wall, and we have like field games set up and stuff like that. We've got like cornhole set up. We've got like a little obstacle coursey thing. We do the stack cooks us burgers and hot dogs out on the grill. We have a guy that comes and DJs for us. He's an old student of ours, and so he comes back and it's really nice. He does popcorn and cotton candy,
Mm.
and then the high schoolers put the dunk tank under my windows. So while we go inside and we're like cooling down for the rest of the afternoon, we can hear the dunk tank going. And when the kids are doing dunk tank, like all my kids who know some of the high schoolers because they ride with them get to like they can go up and watch out the window a little bit. It's really cute.
Yeah.
I like watching the high schoolers because they get to volunteer to go, just get dropped.
Mm-hmm.
But also understanding, I only have 40 kids at my entire school.
Right.
So like field
That's
day
like
for us
one
is like
class for us.
right. So like field day is super easy for us because it's like it's not. Let me rephrase that. It is not easy. It's a lot of work and planning because different population. But
Yep.
it's only 40 kids to manage. So if one class is struggling, we do it like two classes at a time. So I think it's primary and middle school go together, and then intermediate and high school go together. And we're at two separate events at the same time. So like we'll do field games and the obstacle course while high school
Mhm.
is doing the rock wall and the tattoos and stuff like that. And then we switch halfway through. So it makes it much easier to deal with. But after field day and we're outside in the sun all day, then the admin makes us tacos. And we do walking tacos and cornhole for the afternoon. We just get to go hang out in the sun all afternoon. You're frozen, friend. Hello?
I'm here.
Hello? He's super frozen. I hope this is still recording.
Yeah.
While he's frozen, I don't know if he can hear
everybody
me,
else
but
is
I'm gonna
seeing
pitch
it,
our
but
merch.
I saw it.
There it is. So
Yeah, that's
we
what I
have
expected.
merch. Hi guys, nice to see you. I have Fourth Wall open right now. I did delete the stuff. It is gone, I promise. And new stuff is coming up. We have a new logo coming out. It's gonna be super cool, super great. Really don't know if he's gonna come back in. But we do have that. Another small thing is we just saw a few new people following us on YouTube and Spotify. Hello, hi, thank you. And a big shout out to our D&D group because y'all all support us and I love you very much. Well, not really sure what the game plan is here. So how are you guys? Um, yeah, I really don't have a whole lot. Sort of pseudo thing. We have our birthdays coming up in the next 2 months. Would love to be able to do a live episode around the he back. Around those times. So if y'all have any ideas, please let us know. I don't know if you can hear me, Bud, but you are. Sorry for calling you Bud. Oh. Um your screen is blacked out and I can't hear you or see you.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear me at all.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me.
I can't see you.
I'm not sure why my camera's not coming on.
Methinks your internet might be dying.
Crapping the bed, yes. That's exactly what's happening.
Yes.
I'm worried that it didn't record or it didn't keep recording. Is it still recording?
No, it's been recording. Okay. Oh yeah. I let them know about merch.
Yeah.
I told them that your swimsuit catalog is coming out soon.
Oh, that won't be happening.
And we've already got the pictures already done. We hired the boudoir photographer for that. It was it's for a fundraiser for us. So get your copies on the fourth wall.
I'm gonna back out and come back.
Okay. All right, so live episode. If any of y'all have any ideas, please let me know. You can don't email me. I'm not going to check that. You can message me on Instagram. My Instagram's open, I think. Or follow me, whatever. Or you can message Justin. Oh, there he is! But it would be really cool to get ideas for that. So if you have any, let us know.
This is why I need a studio.
This is why, yes.
Could you imagine, though? We were sitting in a studio instead of doing it this way. Probably have to do it on the weekend, but, like, it'd be kind of sick.
It would be kind of sick. So if you get your calendar in the fourth wall, it helps us get a studio.
Yep.
If you purchase the 21 and up one, it is not safe for work edition.
We're not doing a 21 and up one. I'll do a swimsuit one, but I'm not selling it. Like, it feels like a weird thing to want to promote there. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not promoting it. I'm selling it for the cost of us getting a studio. Justin's just gonna have a lot of drugs and money around him. So if you could just please 21 and up, check that. You know him, drugs and money and hoes and stuff. So anyway, field day is the 4th. We also have Spirit Week next week. I'm really pumped this year for Spirit Week because we have Hat Day on Monday, and then we have Character Day, and then Sports Day, Hawaiian Day, or Tropical Day, and School Colors Day. And on School Colors Day, the news is coming to my school.
Nice.
Channel 6 News is coming to observe my classroom.
Nice.
Hang out with me for a bit.
Yeah. We do. Yeah. This year is going to be super different. Usually we do field day on the last day. And in the past, we've done like teams of like just a sporadic, like a group of kids.
I remember being in the
grade. Yeah, it was.
Yep.
I mean, it was fun, but it was a lot of work, and it was a lot of like non-committed teachers, a lot of planning.
Yeah.
A lot of complaining from the students.
Oh yeah.
And so this year we're trying something different, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I think it'll work. I think it'll do for now. It is what it is. I'm that, you know how you said earlier where you're like, I don't like, you have your routine and you're not at that point of like just do what you want type of thing. I'm not at the do what you want point, but I'm kind of at the like, what else can I do? Like, because I've done everything else.
The other thing is too, kids are going to complain no matter what.
Yeah.
I tried really hard my first year to like make sure they don't complain. Now it fuels me.
Oh, I don't care if they complain.
No, I know. I know you don't. Yeah. I know other people do, and they want to make sure that it's like perfect for the kids.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids, you know?
What I do is pretty similar to how I handled that girl with the coffee, bummer, dude.
Bummer, dude.
Or I'll give them a like, like I'll say to their face, because I'm not like, I don't sugarcoat. I'm not a sugarcoat teacher. I'm not one of those teachers that's like,
Yep.
oh, it's okay, friend. Like, that's just not who I am. So I usually end up saying something along the lines of, well, if you wanted to change it, you should have did something about it and not complain about it afterwards.
That's on you.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of real world scenarios. And in the real world, you complain about it, not many people really care. So
no, they truly don't.
I try to give them that bit of real world, I won't call it advice, but experience. Speaking of our kids, or at least my kids, you're also on time, by the way. Like, you're watching the time because I cannot.
Yeah, we're at 25 minutes. You're good.
Okay. It tells me 3 minutes and 57 seconds right now. So,
okay. Yeah, you're fine.
So my kids, at least, have been debating, and this was a pretty early in the week thing. So for the week that we're in, which was as of this posting 2 weeks ago,
it's like middle of May.
Yeah, it's actually directly middle of May.
Oh hell yeah.
No, it's not.
Tomorrow is.
But yeah, either way, they've been arguing whether one gorilla versus 100 men, who would win in that fight.
No, I gotta know. Is this based on the Planet of the Apes scenario?
I have no clue. They just argue and they're like, it's 100. It's one gorilla and 100 men, average men. Who's gonna win? I'm like,
a gorilla.
Jasmine.
Average men. Do they have weapons?
No.
Or is it just 100 guys?
You put 100 men in there and a gorilla. Who's gonna win?
A gorilla. A gorilla.
100 men. Or women. 100 people.
Look at you, Mr. Inclusive. It's like, or women.
Have you ever seen 100 people in one? I know you have, because you've been with me when I have. Like in one
I've
space.
I've never seen 100 people, Justin. Explain to me that concept.
You're a liar. So, you see, you take one person and you multiply that by 100. Then you have 100 people.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You wanted me to explain it, so I just explained it for you.
Me personally, I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking at a Reddit thread to see what others say, because some of y'all are dumb. I'm sorry.
Like, I think, I'll be 100% honest. I think after about 20 people, the gorilla will finally lose. Like, there's going to be mass casualties in this scenario.
Well, it also depends. Are the people just like vibing in that space, or are they actively attacking one another?
No. It's 100 people versus
fighting. Okay, so they are fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the people will make a good effort. I don't think he's going to kill all 100 of them. He's certainly going to hurt them. Dude, gorillas are strong. They are that. Like, they are dangerous animals.
I understand that. But 100, like 50,
okay, but also question,
25,
but also
yeah,
question,
absolutely.
Question.
Yeah.
Average American men or average other countrymen?
I think it's just average men. Like, just the, like, whatever, probably for us it would be American, but if we were in any other country, it'd be the average
So the average American man is uncoordinated, highly unskilled in fighting, not in shape whatsoever, versus a gorilla, an apex predator. Are you looking up if a gorilla is an apex predator?
No.
What are you looking up?
So the average American male is approximately 5 feet 9 inches tall, so an inch taller than me, and weighs about 200 pounds. Waist circumference is about 40 inches, which is bigger than me, and
So
based off of
data,
CDC.
Right. So that data takes in the people that have registered or have been to a doctor and have had their data shared, and people that have not lied about their height and weight.
But just based off of the word average, because there's no parameters here, it's just
Also,
average.
think about the people dumb enough to fight a gorilla. You're not getting
Hick
the
strength.
best of the best.
You're telling me that Hicks won't be the ones to go out there?
We said average men, not military weapons, Justin.
Are you telling me that average America is not the Hicks? What do you think Europe thinks of us? They look at us and they're like, it's them country boys. Yeah, let's go. Like, that's what they imagine in us.
Listen to me. Europe looks at us and thinks that we should be
Are
nuked.
idiots. Yeah, I know. I know. Help! Canada! Canadia's coming out.
Not the Canada.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I
think it's the gorilla.
I'm gonna give you my side of this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not to sway you, not to help you,
of course.
to mansplain it to you, because obviously you're I can't even finish saying it.
I just muted myself. I'm muting Justin now. So, there will be no mansplaining on this episode, and I'll tell you why.
So you see,
I said there will be no mansplaining.
No, I think realistically, if we were to put 100 American men in this space and one gorilla, depending on if they were given time to actively plan and do that stuff. Like if they were given time to plan, I think that the men would win.
Okay.
I don't know that they would win. Like it'd be a toss up in my opinion if they weren't given time to plan.
I think that if it's just two groups fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just fighting. There's going to be red in the gorilla's eyes because gorillas are territorial and they don't like having their shit rocked. Speaking of territorial, this is completely separate, but I need this to be brought up. I got a text the other day from Joe, one of my coworkers, and I needed to share this with you. I don't know why gorillas reminded me of this. Muscles are not organs. Fun fact. Other than the heart, as you said, the skin is an organ, but muscles are not organs. Muscles are muscles. We said that 3 weeks ago, and he brought that, and I was like, what's happening? Thanks, Joe. I don't know why, but he was listening to it while he was working out. We looked it up the other day, and it's muscles are not organs.
I need to know now why. They're also considered organ when referring to a complete skeletal muscle.
But we're not referring. We were saying separate organs.
We were saying, yeah, okay.
Skeletal muscle is the largest organ, but that's not muscles, you know.
Muscles are tissues or tissue.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to tear your, the outer part of your lungs apart,
right?
It's not.
It would also be tissue.
Yes, it's tissue, but there's a lot more harm to that than if you were to tear your bicep. Right. A lot of harm, but you're not dying because of it.
Ooh, speaking of that, random thought. I'm pausing you on the gorilla debate. I know where you stand on it. You think 100 men would win, and it's okay to be wrong.
You're wrong.
There's a guy on the Celtics.
Tatum,
Celtics.
Yes. Jason Tatum.
With his Achilles.
He tore his Achilles, yes.
Yeah. So there was a video that I saw on TikTok the other day that showed the slow motion of what happened.
You can see the pop.
Have you ever seen the slow? Well,
pop?
Yeah, but you know what happens, right? Like with the Achilles?
Yeah.
Do you know where it goes?
It rolls up the leg.
It goes into your calf.
Yep.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that, and we were talking about it at our outing today, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. Weird. All right, so I looked up movies today to find out what's coming out because I want to go see more movies with my friend. And you're my friend. And
I almost said somebody's name.
Who?
I don't know if they'd want their name on here, so I'm not going to say it.
We live 8 hours apart. Jevin, he's calling you out.
I'm not calling you out. You called him out. I could have said Shannon.
I'll go
or
see a movie with
Antonio.
Shannon.
I
I'll
honestly,
go
me
see a
too.
movie with everybody.
But, like,
I think we should all meet in the middle and go
movie
watch movies
date.
together. Um, the ladies were all discussing doing a Twilight movie date where we all roast
Oh,
Twilight together.
hmm,
We all just stream it and we just roast the shit out of it together.
fair.
Yeah. All right. So some movies coming out. There's a lot more than I thought, but they all look sort of bad.
Yeah.
So we have another Final Destination coming out.
So I've heard that one is gonna be, I would assume probably gory because it's Final Destination.
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
Final Destination Bloodlines.
right. I would be down to
Teen-
see that because that was the
Teenage.
first movie that traumatized me.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No. Honey Boo Boo has a movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah,
at my
yeah.
mom's, and the first time
Yeah.
that I watched Final Destination was the scene,
course.
the two scenes. I can remember them vividly. I don't think I've
Mhm.
ever watched that movie again. By the way, I've watched
Oh,
the
well, we
other
can watch
Final
it soon.
Destinations, but I don't know that I've ever watched that.
Yeah,
one.
we'll watch it in preparation for this one coming out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It was the scene where if you've never seen Final Destination and you don't like gore, maybe don't
Maybe
listen
just
to
take the
this
headphones
part.
off
Yeah.
for just a second.
Okay, and the scene where the girl gets her head caught in the elevator.
Yeah, that bothers me.
That literally, I saw that scene, and then when Bernie Mac got his heart plunged out because of the wood falling off of the trailer, that one hurt too.
Mhm.
And so I watched that, and then I started crying, and my mom said, "Okay, it's time for bed," because she didn't put the movie on. I want that to be prefaced. Somebody else put the movie on that should have
I
known
see.
better. But mom was like, "Okay, time to bed, time to go to bed," and so
Time to bed.
time to bed. And then I stood at the top of the stairs scream crying because I was scared.
Of course. Yes, that makes
as a
sense.
child, of 7, 8. I don't know how old I was, but I was not. Yeah, Jasmine, you sat in the sun all day.
Yeah. Not a lick of sunscreen on me. Wait, hold on. I want to see. Is my
You probably should put sunscreen on.
Well, I didn't remember that we were sitting outside. I have now packed it in my school bag. I just looked up like the most famous scenes from Final Destination
That
because I
wood
was
scene
curious.
definitely is one of them.
Yeah, everyone in Maine is terrified of that wood scene. I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah. I don't drive behind those trucks.
Final Destination 2, Tim leaving the dentist office. He scares the pigeons. The pigeons scare the construction worker. He drops the lever. The glass falls and flattens him.
Yep.
The guy slips on spaghetti. The ladder drops into his eye.
Oh, that one's gory. Oh, that's also why I don't do acupuncture. Do you know why?
Was that a Final Destination thing?
It was a Final Destination thing, and it was like he's laying on the table, the person's laying on the table, and something falls and knocks the table leg out, and they flop. And all the little things
Nope, stop. I don't do needles.
into everything.
Stop! Help! The tanning bed.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would never find myself in a tanning bed, but yeah, that.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
But I can see why that's scary.
Mm-hmm. The drug addict gets bisected by the flying wire fence. Bathtub scene, strangulations to the red eyes toe curl. The gym one where the weights crush the dude's head.
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
The eye surgery one. That was
pretty.
gory.
The whole thing is gruesome. The whole
Final Destination is rough.
What's the next movie?
Yeah. All right, we're at 38 minutes. We're doing good. So there's another Mission Impossible coming out. The Final Reckoning. They say final. I really doubt that.
I thought the final was supposed to be 10 seasons. 10.
Help.
10
movies
ago, yeah.
There's a movie called Thug Life coming out.
Okay.
Oh, more John Wick from the world of John Wick, Ballerina.
Okay.
Okay. The Ritual, that's a horror movie. Haven't seen any of these. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon's coming out. I was real upset about it. Then I watched the trailer and chef's kiss.
Really?
That's how you do a live action correctly.
I haven't watched the trailer, so.
it's not a shot for shot remake of it,
Hmm.
but it is so close from what the trailer looks like. So close. Whereas like all the Disney ones are like rewriting the stories
Yeah.
or adding things that just don't need to be added. But yeah, no, I it looks good.
So I think
Um,
I'm assuming that Darcy will probably go, and I'm assuming I'll probably go with her on that one
okay.
because I mean, How to Train Your Dragon is one of her movies.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Man. Oh, Megan is coming back out. Megan
I
2.0.
never watched the first one.
That's probably fine. You could probably guess what happens. Jurassic World Rebirth.
I am excited for that one. I like Jurassic World,
Hmm.
the series, like the
Superman
series of them. Yeah.
with Nathan Fillion?
I think I remember
It's
hearing something
odd.
about that. Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025. 2025. That's this year, Jasmine. The Smurfs is coming out,
Another one.
which is yep, the Fantastic Four Final
I'm
Steps.
so excited for that one.
Yeah, that one I probably will go see that one.
You're gonna. So I'm gonna tell you this before you commit to it. That is one that is gonna be multiversal connected.
Yeah, it's fine. It's got Joseph Quinn in it. That's really what I'm going to go see.
And Pascal.
Oh, so it does. I actually wasn't going for that, but yeah. Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun. I Freakier Friday.
Yeah, they're
Fucking
remaking that
excuse me.
series again.
Jesus Christ. You can see how I feel about that.
I mean, I
A
liked the
lot
one
of
with
these
Hilary Duff. I never watched the other
Yeah.
ones, but I liked that one as a kid.
The original
No, there was one before Hilary Duff.
with Lindsay Lohan, right?
Maybe I'm thinking of Lindsay Lohan. Whatever. The first remake, because there was one
Yeah.
back in like the 80s.
Yeah, that one's not good.
I'd assume not. It's a movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
Nothing to
Yeah,
say
it's
that there aren't good movies in the 80s, but
yeah, it's Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis in
that's
that
the
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really
Mhm.
like Jamie Lee Curtis. So
I like her and then I don't, like I go through phases with her. I loved her in
yeah.
is it Michael Myers?
Friday? Nope, not Friday.
Friday the 13th.
Is it that one?
No.
Friday the 13th. Jason.
Derulo. Jason. Halloween.
Halloween. Oh my gosh.
We were gonna get there. No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
Spinal Tap 2?
I don't even know what Spinal Tap 1 is.
Spinal Tap came out a long time ago. Him, which is a horror. It says horror and sport. It's got Marlon Wayans in it.
I don't know what that is.
You do. He is. Good lord, I'm typing in Weens. He was in White Chicks.
Oh,
You know who Marlon Wayans is.
Oh, yeah.
You might not know the name, but you know who he is.
I know who he is.
Gabby's Dollhouse. Excuse me. Wild. A lot of these, like, if you told me they were coming out, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, dope." I'd be like,
Cool.
"What?" Like, I'm not. I don't know about you. I'm not really excited for any of these.
I'll probably still go to the movies because I like going to the movies just to go to the movies. But okay, so
Sorry.
she's excited for something.
Chainsaw Man the movie is coming out. It's an anime that
right?
Connor and I watch, but it's coming out in October. And I don't know if Connor knows that. Oh, Predator's coming out. I will go see Predator. I do like the Predator versus Alien series.
I never got into it. I will say
that does not surprise me.
The Marvels, like, you know how it's been like the high and low, like a lot of, I don't know, you probably haven't watched more of the recent stuff, but
if you named 5 of the recent ones, I haven't watched any of them.
Thunderbolts, I know you haven't watched that one.
Nope.
But it's so good. Thunderbolts, Captain America, the New Order or whatever.
No.
They had didn't they have an Ant-Man recently? The Deadpool and Wolverine was good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Did you go to that one?
With you.
Did you? I don't remember when I watched
it.
We
went in Auburn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back to what they have. or what they've had.
All right, so we're in phase 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just starting
Um,
phase 5, though. I'm pretty sure.
Ant-Man in 2023 was the start of phase 5. Quantumania.
Okay, that one was a mind trip.
Haven't
Not that
I
good.
haven't seen that. I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because I hate Guardians of the Galaxy.
That one was
Haven't
okay.
seen the Marvels.
Slow down,
Haven't seen
please.
Captain
Slow
America.
down. I would like to have an input on these two.
Okay. Ant-Man, I have not seen.
It was
Guardians of the Galaxy, I will not see.
It was okay.
The Marvels. Again, I don't like
It was
whatever her name is, Captain Marvel. I
Yeah.
hate her. And
You
it's
like
not
the
because she's a
actress.
woman. No, I don't.
Or
I
you
hate
don't-
Brie Larson.
That's what I mean. You don't like the actress.
I don't like the character either.
Okay.
I don't like that they made her this
girl.
character where she's no, I'm fine with her being a woman. I like a lot of the women characters. I hate how they made that woman character.
Gotcha.
I don't like that they made her like, I'm a woman and I'm better than you because I'm a woman. Like that's the vibe she puts off, and I hate it. And it's stupid. And it's probably some misguided misogynistic bullshit, but I hate her.
Okay. The Marvels itself was a good movie to like attach things. Like it was kind of one of those points of
Mhm.
like if you wanted to follow along with everything, you have to
Mhm.
watch the movie to understand certain things.
Listen, I am all for a series that you have to watch the other ones to connect. But when you're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
There were
18,
26
19, 20,
by
21, 22, 23, 24,
Endgame, I'm
25,
pretty sure.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. When you're at 33 movies that you have to watch to be able to connect the pieces, it's not
You don't
feasible.
have to watch all of them. You don't have to watch Iron Man to understand what's going on now.
No, you don't.
They're making it
But
more
if-
like that. I'll give you that. They're making it more where they're all like super interconnected, but also
Right.
at the same time they're like if I really just liked Iron Man, you could bow out at the end of Endgame and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
whichever one the second one was, yeah, Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because Infinity War was
right.
2018. Endgame was it was only a year apart. That's insane.
Yeah, and now they do like 6 years between each movie. Yeah, it's super frustrating.
And they're dog water. Yeah.
Anyways,
but yeah, no.
the Marvels, that was wasn't that good in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It does explain where Fury is, though.
See, and here's the thing: you shouldn't have to watch that many movies to understand that plot point. It should just be clear.
Yes, but you also have to watch. I didn't like this part of it. You have to watch the shows too. If it was just the movies,
I
fine,
should not
but
have to watch
pull the
shows.
in is
Yes,
what's
I should not have to watch 33 movies and all your bullshit TV shows in order to understand where one guy
They're
went.
not all bullshit. Some of them are really good. Have you watched half of them?
No, because I started them and I didn't like them.
Judging a book by the first episode.
By the third, Zootopia 2 comes out this year.
Not a big fan of Zootopia.
Five Nights at... That's fair. December 5th, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out. I will be seeing that one again. I saw the first one. Oh, it was so good. Avatar Fire and Ash?
Yeah, that's the same Avatar.
Is that the last Airbender Avatar? Or like
No, I'm pretty sure
Avatar,
it's the
Avatar.
Avatar.
Like, oh, dope. Okay, cool. The SpongeBob movie comes out this year. Search for SquarePants. It's got Mark Hamill in it, which is an odd choice.
I know they did a SpongeBob movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
No, you cannot anymore.
Well, especially since SpongeBob died. Well, his voice actor died.
I was
Sorry,
gonna say,
kids.
SpongeBob didn't die. I still watch him daily.
Do you?
No, I haven't watched an episode of
okay.
SpongeBob in probably years now.
Scream 7?
There's so many Scream.
Why is McKenna Grace, by the way, why is McKenna Grace in everything?
I don't know who that is.
Look her up real quick. You will know exactly who she is. She's in like every movie where they were like, man, we need a kid actress. It's McKenna Grace.
Oh, yeah.
Homegirl's in everything. I'm into 2026 now.
She was
Huh.
she was the
Yeah,
little kid
she's
on Gifted.
yes, yeah. Any movie that has a small child in it is probably McKenna Grace.
Hmm.
So, all right, we're at 50 minutes.
All right,
Pick one
cool.
of my Am I the Assholes?
Oh, I was just gonna say peace out.
No, pick one. They're both short.
How many do you have?
I have six to choose from, but you don't have to do six.
Let's do number. Let's do number two.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter I couldn't know my parenting style would cause mental issues and say it's partly her personality?
This feels like a Gen X parent right now.
Um,
Ow!
it's a boomer.
A boomer.
Yeah, I'll start there. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Um,
That was probably very loud.
First answer
First
right
inkling,
off,
what
yeah,
you thinking?
I'd say yes.
Okay, so
For saying
every
this,
time I start to read these, okay, me, 62, and my oldest daughter, female, 28, okay, always have had a rough relationship. I had PTSD after fleeing my home country, and looking back, I might have also had postpartum depression when she was born. I admit I've been very hard and strict with her, more than I did her younger sister or my youngest daughter, who's 24, so 4 years younger. I raised my daughter with outdated, non Western principles. I see that now. But back then it seemed right because I was raised the same way. My daughter has been struggling with depression, and in my attempt to understand why, we got into an argument. I've tried to talk about it a few times, but she's never wanted to. Today she was honk. Um, Today she was upset about her grades. She's a master's student. She passed all her exams, but she gets very upset and frustrated when she doesn't get the highest score. I was trying to calm her down and cheer her on. At one point, I asked her, "Why are you like this?" She got furious and told me that me and her dad were the reason why, that her whole life she had to earn our approval. Mm-mm. She, she brought up the time where she scored middle education instead of higher education. Our country has a three-school system depending on your degree. Me and my husband were angry and disappointed. We didn't talk to her for 2 weeks, and she could not eat with us at the dinner table. She
that's
ate in the kitchen standing
neglect.
up. She ate in the kitchen standing up, or would put her plate in front of the door and knock. Or we would put her plate in front of her door and knock. I'm very embarrassed looking back at it, and when she brought it up, I got tears thinking that I did that to my child. I told her that looking back, we see the negative reinforcement wasn't the right way. I told her that we had fled our home and started elsewhere for her future, so is really important to us that she and her sister get high degrees, a good job, and a good salary so they have a better life than we had. It was frustrating to us to see that she could do better than average or middle, and we handled it wrongly. I then said, but we couldn't, but we could have never known it had, I gotta, hold on. I then said, but we could have never known it would have had such effects on your mental health when you got older. Your sister was raised the same way and isn't nearly as insecure as you. It's also a little bit you as a person. The conversation then escalated. She asked me where I got the nerve to blame her personality while her whole life we made her feel like she had to earn our love and approval. She said this affected her life in every aspect and it's why she has depression. She called me an asshole every time and said I was saying that she has a weak personality. I've known we I know we made horrible mistakes and I'm ashamed of some things I've done, but I feel that it's all true. Her sister was pushed the same way and isn't so insecure to the point it affects her mental health. Really, she isn't insecure at all. My husband said there was no reason to bring that up. I believe it's not completely our parenting style that caused her depression. Am I the asshole for saying that to her?
For saying it, yes.
Okay.
There are like from a health standpoint, there are a lot of factors inside of
Mhm.
depression.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure the upbringing was not,
Mhm.
a super good thing on her depression. But
Mhm.
it could also can come from the extra stress of going through a master's program. It can come
Mhm.
from I'm assuming they have a life. This person has a life outside of school and parents, So they probably have,
Mm-hmm.
friends and stuff like that, social life and home bills, all that fun stuff. So stress
Mm-hmm.
can cause extra effects on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or bring it out more. Let's say it that way. There's an
Mm-hmm.
element of it can be brought out by that or lack of sleep or all those
Yeah.
things.
All the
Um,
things. Yeah.
but saying that her like saying it the way that she did, yes, it makes her an asshole.
There's an edit I just read. I understand the confusion about how strict we were with her little sister. I admit her sister was given more freedom when it comes to her social life. She was allowed to hang out with her friends outside school more than her older sister. When it comes to grade and school, we were strict, but my youngest did better in high school than her older sister. That's also why my youngest was allowed to go out more, and we would not let the oldest go out either as punishment or because we felt she needed to study more. You know, the best way to make someone who's already struggling in school feel really dumb is to punish them for struggling in school.
And use that as the punishment.
And then be like, but you struggled, so we had to be cruel to you.
Yeah. No. This
Maybe
mother
if you weren't depressed, we wouldn't have been as strict on you.
this mother definitely in this scenario is the asshole.
Yeah. Hmm.
And on that super happy note, Jasmine, where can they find you?
They can find me over at Asminsta1721 on socials, Asminsta on TikTok, I think. I'm really not sure, and I am not going to check at this point in time. Please go follow the show on different things. This is a threat. We will find you. Also merch, I was telling the folks while you were gone, has finally been removed from the website officially during the recording of this. And we're posting the new stuff as soon as we finish recording this. So in 2 weeks' time, it should hopefully be up there.
It should be up there today for us. But
It will be up there today, but in 2 weeks' time, when they're hearing this, it will have already been up.
yes.
And you will have all bought your merch. Again, a threat. But yeah, the show has No Impulse Control on socials. The Soccer King 1239 for merch. I also encourage you guys, like I was saying when Justin logged off earlier because of internet things, to send ideas for stuff that you guys want to hear about, but also for live episodes. If you have any, like, hey, I would really love to do, whatever. Also, just a blurb if anyone ever wants to be a guest.
Let us know.
Totally reach out. D&D people, I asked you about it and y'all said you would. So I'm threatening you now. Love you much.
I think it would be really cool, and again, they can let us know. I think it'd be really cool for us to do a one shot, like recorded for one of our episodes, just to have like, because we do it. We talk about literally everything, so why not, add that element?
This is true. This is true. It would be a very different episode, but I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
We would definitely want to like clarify what it is.
Yeah. We also probably would have to limit the amount of people. Like we probably couldn't do, the whole group type of thing.
Well, I mean, yeah. Even with 4 people, a one shot can take 4 hours, though.
I know. I was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just saying, like, as less people to have to go through, plus less people to have to introduce and all that fun stuff. Anyways, find me, TSK1239 on some things, The Soccer King 1239 on others. Find the show, No Impulse Control on TikTok and Instagram. And, you will probably see a difference in our logos the next time you look.
Yeah, I did mention that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had.
I didn't say what it was. Yeah, I didn't say what it was, but I mentioned that it's she's a coming.
Yep. So, if you bought the old stuff, now you have limited time. You didn't actually mute. You have limited time / exclusive, I think is the word that people use for the stuff that you got. So cool. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.